Today, we will be ranking every roller coaster at Busch Gardens Williamsburg from 11 to 1. Every coaster here has something to offer, but some definitely stand out more than others.
We'll be talking about what makes each ride great, where it falls short. These are just our opinions, so feel free to disagree. With that said, let's get started. Coming in last is the theme park typical kiddie coaster, Grover's Alpine Express. It's designed for kids, so it can't really be judged like the bigger coasters. It's smooth, colorful, and does a great job introducing younger riders to roller coasters. However, there's almost no speed or airtime, and the ride is over before it really begins. Unless you're riding with younger family members, there's not much reason to come back for another ride. It does its job well, but it's easily the weakest coaster in the park.
Next up is Tempesto. The launches are surprisingly powerful, and the hanging upside down during the slow roll is an awesome experience. The vertical spike also gives some fun weightless moments. Unfortunately, the ride only lasts less than a minute, which makes it hard to justify the wait. On top of that, the over-the-shoulder restraints can be very uncomfortable and often dig into your shoulders, making the ride much less enjoyable than it should be. It's exciting, but between the short ride and the uncomfortable restraints, it feels more like a thrill demonstration than a complete coaster.
Coming in at number 9 is Invader. This wooden roller coaster has some fun airtime and races through the woods with a lot of energy. Even though it rattles your head around a lot, it's also smoother than many people expect from a wooden roller coaster. Unfortunately, it's very short, so the ride ends just as it starts getting exciting. It also doesn't have the intensity or memorable moments of the park's top coasters. Even with those drawbacks, it's still a fun ride that's worth experiencing.
At number 8 is Dark Coaster. This indoor snowmobile coaster is one of the park's most unique rides, with cool theming and a smooth experience from start to finish. The launches are fun, and riding through the dark adds to the excitement. While it isn't the most intense coaster in the park, it is much more immersive than many family coasters. Some of the effects go by so quickly that they're easy to miss, and thrill seekers may want more speed. Even so, it's a creative attraction that offers something completely different from the rest of the lineup.
At number 7 is probably the most iconic ride in the park. Loch Ness Monster is a true coaster legend and an important part of coaster history. The famous interlocking loops are still incredibly impressive to see. The recent refurbishment has made the ride smoother and improved the overall experience. However, it still shows its age with a few rough transitions and slower sections. It isn't the most intense ride in the park anymore. Even with those flaws, it's a classic that every coaster fan should experience.
Coming in at number 6 is the park's newest ride. Big Bad Wolf, The Wolf's Revenge is a fantastic family coaster that pays tribute to one of the park's most beloved rides. The swinging seats add fun feeling that you don't get on many coasters. The scenery and the theming make the ride even more enjoyable. It isn't designed to be extremely intense, so the adrenaline junkies might find it a little tame. The layout also isn't very long compared to some of the park's biggest attractions. Still, it's an excellent addition that almost everyone can enjoy.
Griffin delivers one of the most intimidating first drops anywhere. Being held over the edge before falling straight down never gets old. The ride is incredibly smooth and the inversions are graceful and fun. The downside is that after the first drop, the layout feels a bit repetitive. It's also over fairly quickly for such a massive coaster. Even so, it's easily one of the park's signature attractions.
This next ride is placed at number 4 because of its recent refurbishment. Verbolten Forbidden Turn combines storytelling and thrills better than any other coaster. The indoor scenes, surprise drop track, and multiple launches keep every ride exciting. There are so many different things to keep you entertained in this ride, but there are some downsides. Some people find the outdoor sections a little less intense than expected, and the pacing slows briefly inside the building before picking up again. Even though those are minor issues, it is one of the most creative coasters in the world.
Alpengeist is one of the tallest and most intense inverted coasters ever built. It flies through massive inversions with incredible speed and force. The setting over the wire and through the trees make it even more thrilling. However, it can be a little overwhelming for riders who don't enjoy strong positive G-forces. A few transitions can feel slightly rough depending on where you sit. If you love these intense coasters though, this one is absolutely incredible.
At number 2 is Apollo's Chariot. Apollo's Chariot is one of the smoothest hypercoasters ever built. The huge drops and floating airtime makes every hill unforgettable. The layout flows beautifully from beginning to end without wasting any time. Some coaster fans may wish it had a few more aggressive airtime moments compared to the newer hypers, and it doesn't have any inversions if that's what you're looking for. Even after all these years, it is still one of the best rides in the whole park.
Our number one coaster is Pantheon. The multiple launches, incredible airtime, and beyond vertical drop make this ride exciting from start to finish. Every element feels unique, the pacing never lets up. The only real downside is the ride is shorter than many people would like. It also can have long lines because it's so popular. Even with those small complaints, Pantheon is easy 10 out of 10 and one of the best roller coasters in America.
That was our ranking of every roller coaster at Busch Gardens Williamsburg. Let us know how your rankings compare in the comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.